to some serious American news here and what's happening in the United States. And of course, I'm bringing this Donald Trump one up because it is an election year. And I believe there's going to be no election in 2014. They're going to suspend the elections here. They're going to suspend the elections in 2014. And I also, 2024 elections. Sorry, guys. Like, decades are moving faster than you can imagine. There will be no election in 2024, and something will happen to Donald Trump in August of 2024. Let me make myself really clear so you can see me saying this, and I'm not saying it behind some whatever. So I want to bring this up because in the Canadian and Australian and New Zealand media, this story is written differently, and they're making 15 facts about Jean Carroll's allegations against Trump. The media don't want you to know. So what's happened was about this sexual blah 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 back and forth. The Canadian, Australian, New Zealand, and UK media is spinning this like crazy, and obviously trying to make sure he doesn't run for presidency. And Australian media and Canadian media is doing a good job, and Donald Trump owes her $83.3 million, defaming her in 2019. However, here's the problem with this. I'll get to the point. Lawyers will be telling clients after today, regardless of how absurd an accusation may be, if you deny it, you can be dragged before a politically weaponized judge and a jury. In no other world is this an $88.5 million case. New normal, though. So this is she has no surveillance, zero witnesses, and allegations, and unable to remember when the alleged attack even occurred. And she claims to have worn during the allegation, and it's not even available. So there's just so much garbage that's going on. But here's the thing. Canadian media takes this and spins it. Australian media takes this and spins it and spins it and spins it. And that's why, and I've been saying for the longest time, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, they need Trump to win presidency so they could go on a 4-year rant and hide the last 4 years. Governments will do anything and everything in their power to hide the last 4 years. Okay? They'll do anything in their power. The atrocities that were caused against us. They'll do whatever they can to hide that. And if Donald Trump comes in, so be it. Then Canada and all these countries could use that as every day. Trump's a racist. Trump farted. Trump ate KFC. Trump is picking his teeth. Trump is talking to somebody. Why did Trump shake somebody's hand for? Trump. And that will be the next 4 years of all over the world, while the last 4 years will disappear into history, and people will forget about everything and the amount of crimes against humanity that were caused. And bizarre. So this is front page in Australia, so you guys can see how broken it is. This is front page, first story in Australia. Bizarre Donald Trump photo exposes alarming truth about the U.S. election. What appears to be an innocent image of Donald Trump praying in church could actually change the outcome of the U.S. election. So you guys can't make this stuff up. And this is first page, first news. Let's see if it's still first. I'm not making this up. Oh, they took it down. It was right here. It was there it is. They moved it down to the third story now. But this was the first story. This was the first story in Australia. Breaking news in Australia right here. The way Trump is praying. So it is an election year, 2024. And I'm telling you, something's going down. And massive landslide. Trump reaches out to Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about serving as a vice president. Trump's senior campaign staff have reached out to Robert F. Kennedy about serving as his vice president, according to reports, in a move that would result in a massive landslide for the Trump-Kennedy ticket and historical loss that Biden deserves. And they're going to fix this. They're going to do whatever they can to not go to an election. Now that this has been announced, or they're announcing, or they're touching on it, watch out, because they're going to make sure they cancel this next election, even if they have to spark civil war, or they have to go to war with Russia, or they have to go to war with Taiwan. I'm telling you. Joe Biden cuts off LNG exports in latest act of economic sabotage against Texas and Western European countries. So again, they'll do whatever they have to do. This is truly incredible development as Joe Biden has just halted all LNG exports from the United States. And the RT is reporting that. And it's on Natural News if you want to read it here. It's by Mike Adams. And this comes from the U.S. Navy destroyed Nord Stream pipelines feeding energy to Europe. In addition, Qatar has just announced a halting of LNG exports due to the risk of ships being damaged in conflict between Yemen rebels and the U.S. Navy in the Red Sea. And that's a really good, I like the CGI, this AI made image looks amazing. Good job, guys. And federal troops, armored vehicles moving en masse to Texas as Biden regime prepares to clear out National Guard. This is going to cause a lot of problems, especially when the Texas has its own guard, and military equipment and federal armored vehicles are being sent to by rail to the Texas border as Biden regime prepares to clear out Texas National Guard troops and state police by force, according to local reports. So they're going to go in and take out the private citizens, the elected sheriffs, and all the people from those areas, basically, who are in the private, that have home ownership in the area, that live in the area, that want to protect their state. They're going in to drive them out and push them out, and they're going to federalize. Well, I think the border is federalized, but they're going to double down on federalizing the border, right? And again, armed convoy vows to stop migrants at Texas border. Around 300,000 people made attempts to cross into the U.S. from Mexico last month, according to U.S. officials. A large convoy repeatedly led by... So what's happening? Why is this happening right now? It's because it's very simple. It's because if Donald Trump gets voted in or selected or put into power, however they decide to do this, if he gets in, a lot of these people know they won't be able to get in later. Just like the migrant train was waiting in Central America and in Mexico until Trump lost the selected election and Joe Biden was selectively put in place, then the migrant train started moving north. Right after the Biden selection, right after he took office, the migrant train started to move north, right? Okay. And battle lines are being drawn for the coming civil war. Look who stands with Texas. So who is standing with Texas? Oklahoma was the first state. Virginia, South Dakota, Alabama, Louisiana, Florida, Montana. Texas installs more razor wire in a desperate bid to keep dangerous illegals out. So it's Texas that's keeping America from falling apart. The Republic of Texas, right? And I think we will see Texas as a republic very soon. Just give it some time, right? And that's just... give it some time, folks. We'll see the Republic of Texas very soon.